Marine iguanas, the monster of the night in Ecuador. This black lizard is the only lizard in the world that feeds in the sea. Marine iguanas is a species of lizard endemic to the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. If you like the Godzilla series, you will surely find this animal very familiar. Many people believe that this fantasy monster Godzilla is based on marine iguanas. And in this video, let's learn about the most exotic lizard on the planet, marine iguanas. Hello, and welcome back with the latest video from the Wild Animal Life YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel to see the latest videos from us. And if you have any suggestions, then please leave your comments below in the comment section. In the 1800s, while traveling to Galapagos, Charles Darwin discovered many unique flora and fauna. However, this marine iguana has been noted as a disgusting and slow lizard. It was a bunch of black dirt and a hideous head. He even gave it the nickname Demon of the Night. If you have the opportunity to visit Fernandina Island in the Galapagos in Ecuador, you will witness an interesting scene when hundreds of marine iguanas flock to the beach to sunbathe. These marine iguanas don't care about human presence at all. There are about 120,000 marine iguanas living in the Fernandina Islands in Ecuador. At first glance, marine iguanas look like terrestrial reptilian relatives, but a closer look reveals adaptations of the forelimbs, such as scuba diving, a flattened nose for eating seaweed, and muscular margins and strong claws clinging to rocks and flat tails to swim. They have evolved to be suitable for high salt diets. Eating a lot of salty foods like seaweed makes it difficult for the body to process, so they have developed a special ability to expel sea salt from the body by sneezing. Marine iguanas vary in size depending on where they live. Those that live on the island of Fernandina and Isabella are the largest. The smallest lizard is found on the island of Genovesa. Adult males are 1.7 meters long and weigh 15 kilograms, while females are only 0.6 to 1 meters long. Marine iguanas are generally less agile on land, but are very good swimmers, due to their length along with the dorsal and caudal fins. Meanwhile, their claws are very long and sharp, allowing it to cling firmly to rocks in the face of a strong wave of the Pacific Ocean. Looks fierce, but actually marine iguanas are gentle herbivores, living only on algae and seaweed in the water. Its main food consists of seaweed and algae that cling to rocky outcrops and under shallow seas. Marine iguanas have a flat snout and sharp teeth that allow it to eat the algae that cling to rocks. Their nasal glands have the ability to filter out sea salt in the blood and remove them through the nose, so their face can see many white crystals. Larger lizards will often dive into the sea to find food, and smaller lizards, on the other hand, mostly stay out of the water, instead for feeding on algae on the rocks in the intermareal zone. Marine iguanas are capable of diving up to 9 meters deep to find food, unlike any reptile on the ground. Despite its heavy and slow appearance, the lizard can swim like a snake in the water, thanks to its long paddle-like tail. Marine iguanas only enter the water for food and are limited to 30 minutes per day. It stays underwater any longer, it may drown. The feeding time of marine iguanas also depends on the temperature of the water. The colder the sea, the shorter the feeding time. The record for marine iguanas is to dive 20 meters deep in about an hour. The surrounding rocks are as hot as 50 degrees Celsius, but the water is 30 degrees colder. Because marine iguanas are reptiles, their body temperature is affected by the environment. Each time they enter the water, they will have to count down the time that is allowed. If they stay too long in the sea, they will get so cold that they can't do anything. and they need to quickly finish the seaweed buffet before the allotted time runs out. It will then resurface and warm the body by sunlight. Although feeding in water, marine iguanas are mainly terrestrial. To keep the body temperature stable, at night, marine iguanas often gather in large groups of about 50 individuals and sleep close together. Currently, marine iguanas populations are crucially endangered because their sunbathing behavior makes them a favorite prey for predators. Currently, there are only about 200,000 marine iguanas left on Earth. When feeding in areas with larger waves, marine iguanas often eat while the waves have not yet reached the shore and move quickly up and cling to the rocks to avoid the impact that can cause it to be thrown into the sea. Many people are impressed with marine iguanas because of its distinctive black color. In fact, marine iguanas are not always black. Juveniles are pale and striped on their backs, and some adults are grey. They also change color with the seasons. During the breeding season, male marine iguanas have the most color diversity, with reds and greens. During the breeding season, marine iguanas move into softer, less turbulent sandy soils. They make nests by digging deep into the ground, and the spawning season of marine iguanas begin in the cold and dry seasons, December to March each year, nesting from January to April. There is a variation in this time frame depending on where they live. Females reach sexual maturity at 3 to 5 years old, while males are 6 to 8 years old. In reproductive behavior, the researchers showed that female lizards' mate selection is down to the male's size. They will give preference to larger sized ones. 1 month after pairing and mating, the female will lay 1 to 6 eggs, placed in a nest with a size of 40 to 80 centimeters. Finally, the young will hatch after 3 to 4 months. We hope that the above information is useful to you. Leave your thoughts on the marine iguanas in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to support us to continue publishing more interesting videos in the future. Goodbye and see you in the next video.